to Let's Talk. I'm your host, Cas McGeown, and we're here at the MediaPlex at the St. Clair College campus downtown to talk about and discuss a very important topic, the media today.
The changing role of the media in society today has changed the nature of how we teach our students to handle the media as PR professionals and how to be the media as media professionals.
Today are in the media. And how much trust should the public really have?
Well, I feel like right now the public's trust in the media is at an all-time low, and that's just because we have so many different ways of actually accessing news, meaning that there's so many more news sources who aren't really focusing on being fair and balanced, and there's also a lot of opinionated things, so most people aren't really reading the entire article. They tend to just read the headline.
It's a complex issue, and as humans, all humans come with an inherent bias depending on how you were brought up, etc. But what we do here in the MediaPlex is really give students an opportunity to understand fair and balance and what that really means.
Storytellers and as members of the media, we're supposed to be neutral and not have bias in our stories. We're supposed to present both sides of the story and essentially just let our sources that we're talking to, whether it be sports, politics, or health, anything like that, they're supposed to be the ones telling the story, and we're just the ones that are helping navigate our audience through it.
I think it's important to remember that it's a transitionary process for media itself, moving from old age media to newer types of media. And with that, you can bring forth the very foundational aspects of that legacy media that you find in print, newspaper, radio.
That discuss the influence that media has on individuals, and it's really important to view individuals as free agents that can choose what to consume and what not to consume, what to believe, what not to believe. They're not just zombies of the media, right?
Someone earlier said that the transition between legacy media and new media is very much a transition, and I feel I can very much connect with that, because when I talk to older people, they still have, or the older generation, this trust in your CNNs, your BBCs, your the big classic news sources. But younger people, they you see them getting their news from podcasts, from Twitter, from Facebook, and the older generation will often look down on that as maybe a not legitimate way of getting your news. But as it evolves and becomes such a big normal thing, it's eventually going to be the way that most people get their news.
So I think one of the biggest things that the media forgets to do is not play into being the mouthpiece of politicians. And definitely, I think when it comes to it, a lot of politicians, they kind of attack the media and blame them for spreading of the fake news. And, the media takes it personally and then they try to fire back. But the one thing we got to remember is we're supposed to be unbiased, and that's not necessarily always the case.
Are supposed to be that third-party objective source, and so when it comes to politics, they'll try to take advantage of that and use them as a platform for their, their information to get out there and as a mouthpiece. So helping our students understand that those pressures are going to be coming in.
What are the words that people use that are subtly biased, that really send messages out to the public, but the public doesn't understand that the way the words are placed in a sentence, or all the subtleties that really perhaps is some of the purveying of mis and disinformation.